Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, episode 112, recorded in Kendy's box room. Welcome to episode 112 of the Kendy and Raybo podcast. I'm joined here in the box room for the first time in several months by my colleague and compatriot, Kendy.
Wait, is it allowed now?
Yes.
Is it officially allowed?
Not so much that it's allowed. It's that we might as well stop lying to ourselves and to the people.
Oh, fuck, man, we're getting it out there then.
Yeah, but now stop for a second.
Yeah.
Enjoy the relaxing music in the background. Let your shoulders drop. Relax yourself. Untwist your legs from the gay pose with which you're sitting at.
Yeah,
Sorry,
like that?
Yeah.
A full spread, you mean?
Give me a good view of everything.
Yeah, okay.
Take the pint of Guinness in your hand
Oh,
and slowly slurp it in.
sweet suffering Kendy.
Not like Paul Newell, don't drink the whole glass in the first sip. And delicious. Let those shoulders just drop and relax.
This is the energy you want to bring into the podcast off the start.
That's what I needed to do.
Why?
Because I got an awful bad review on last week's episode.
Why? What happened?
I won't tell you. Just to the anonymous complaints service.
Oh, feckin' Sheila was flat out during the week, so.
Yeah, anonymous complaints.
If you want to get onto our anonymous complaint services, it's Sheila at the KendyRayboPodcast.ie.
Yeah.
So make sure you get on. What happened?
Just one of our long-time listeners felt the energy was all off last week.
As in bad, but that's not the energy you want to bring in, though. That's rank shit.
Well, I thought it was the opposite of what we started last week.
Okay, well, look at that. My head is going 90. Let's go with the energy that you just created there, or tried to create.
Well, I have to put the music back on.
No, but that, you've got our chakras in line. You don't need, but that music has set us up for a certain type.
Yeah,
So
and my shoulders are down now.
Yeah, well, let's talk like that music might have said. So, how are you feeling this week? Everything all right?
No, I don't like the way you're going with this. No, but I just wanted to it's just sometimes we come in all guns blazing.
Yeah, that's the fucking way to go, man. So we're hopped up on coke.
And then we run out of steam. What? Don't take drugs.
Yeah, but I know you want to build to something. That's way too low of a bar to be starting at.
I just thought it might be a way of changing the energy for the episode, so that anonymous listener wouldn't be so upset.
I don't know. That's way too far down. Who is this anonymous listener? It's not anonymous.
I couldn't
tell me.
Possibly divulge.
So she said we came in too hot.
No, she actually said the whole episode was brutal.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what Ray does as well, by the way. He listens to one person's opinion.
I didn't.
And he goes, that's it. The whole thing has to be changed. Now we're bringing in tranquil music. Tranquil music? What the shit is that? When have we ever listened to tranquil music? You've never once told me to drop a shoulder before.
Well, I can tell you any goodness we did in the first minute, and he was totally undone by your shouting. Why did you get so high?
I don't know, because I'm trying to bring some big sexy energy into the whole feckin' thing, Ray.
Well, it's there now.
Yeah, we have nowhere else to go but down. Come here. Any news, really? No?
I have a list of things this week.
Okay.
And I reviewed them earlier.
What do you mean you reviewed them?
And I had written them down at the time everything had happened.
Yeah.
And I kind of went, right, that'll be good.
Okay.
And then when I went through them earlier,
you cut out about 7 of them.
They don't seem as funny when you look back on them.
Well, I'll be the judge of the funny or not. Like.
Yeah, so that's kind of...
But come here, we're at letting the cat out of the Kendy, though. Are we just going to let the cat out of the Kendy?
Totally, let's do that.
Let's fuck it, lads, right? Yeah. You might not have noticed this.
No, we're just back this week.
We're just back this week. Yes. Okay, sorry, never mind. We're back in the box room for the first time. Ray, have you missed us?
I have indeed.
Oh, it looks so different. Oh my God.
You've moved things around.
Oh yeah, it's mad. I haven't seen it in so long. Yeah. Great, we're back in the box room, okay?
Yeah, another criticism was that joke was getting far too thin.
What? Yeah, we eventually had to just let the cat out of the Kendy. We're here, like, and
we're
it
in
is
the
what
box
it is.
Yeah.
Back in the box room.
Thanks very much to Luke's Music Fashions for making the last couple of weeks possible.
And thanks to Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre for hosting us.
And wonderful food items.
Yes. For hosting us all this time. Fair play to them as well. Now, let's get into it a little bit. Big week, Ray, in fairness now. The tide is turning. Have you noticed that?
I made an awful mistake.
Why?
I left my jumper on when I shouldn't have.
Oh, yeah,
Can you
take it
talk
off.
to the people while I take my jumper off?
I'll have a chat with the people and you try and listen in on the meantime. Lads, the tide is turning ever so slightly. You can see more and more stuff going on around the place, like Kendy and Raybo being back in the box room. But I think, Ray, that comes with its ups and its downs, if I'm being honest. One of the ups is that things are getting back to normal or the new normal or whatever the hell that is, one of the downs is that the town has gone absolutely demented inside. I've given out about this before on the podcast. Every corner you turn in Sligo town now, there's roadworks. So that's one complaint that Kendy might have. The good thing is you can tip around the place and see loads of people again outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw a guard walking down the town today, and an amalgamation of people that certainly shouldn't have been amalgamating together. And he just walked by like,
Didn't matter.
Focus, let them be.
There has been an explosion of roadworks in the last couple of days.
What's going on, Ray? Right? Sligo used to be a thing where if you knew where the roadworks were, you could find a little by alley that you could go down, and then you'd be like, I avoid the roadworks. And then you tell all your friends about it because you're like, go up fucking whatever, that hill there, and you'd be away from it. You can't do that anymore because there's roadworks on the hill now.
I was delayed getting here today because of the roadworks.
Yeah, it actually is a disgrace around this town. If I could get onto the county council, or if Brendan Tierney would finally run for office, well, then we could have, a bit of power in there,
I actually had thoughts about the county council.
Right, go on.
Imagine if the county council were like, a SWAT team. Real dedicated individuals that are on 24/7.
Yeah, they're on 24 grand, not really 24/7.
Yeah, but imagine if they were sitting up there in the fancy building they've got beside the river.
Yeah.
And literally just waiting for the phone to ring. And it could be a lady ringing about some fella that walks a dog in front of her house and the dog keeps shiting. And they immediately are there with the van waiting the next time the dog shites.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had that proactive council.
Yeah, but I mean, who's going to put that in place now though? Because I've seen a lot of council members, and I know a lot of them, and I like a lot of you, right? Nothing wrong with it, but ain't one of them going to be ready for that kind of stuff.
Well, obviously, the council members wouldn't be doing it, but they'd be like Charlie and they'd have angels.
Yeah, but it takes a certain kind of person even to be that kind of person, is what I'm saying. Because usually if you ring a council, they get back to you in 2 weeks, like.
Yeah, but I think I might have to go for a job in the council.
Ooh, that's a downgrade for you. You're in the government.
Well, it would be, yeah, but
sure.
Or
if we had someone, Ray, like a Brendan Tierney, who is inevitably going to run for office at some stage.
Yeah.
Why can't we just fast track him into it? Brendan, if you're listening out there, will you just run and stop shiting onto us?
Yeah, and actually change it.
Yeah, and actually change the stuff that you're giving out about every day on Facebook. He'll lose the head with us. The other thing I want to talk about, Ray, did you see the crack this week where it seems to me like they're trying to wallop all the crack out of the country? And they started this week. They said, let's just do it this week. Because even though cops are walking by in Sligo going, none of my business, there's a war going on.
Oh, you're talking about the hotline in Donegal?
No, what's that?
Oh, the guards opened up a hotline that if you see an illegal party, you give us a shout.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't realise that this was like the Russian spy service or whatever that's going on. What do they call that thing in Russia again? What's it called? The Secret Service? The KGB is working up in Donegal in the same way you can call in. Or it's like fucking North Korea, man, up there. What's going on? Like, that's crazy. Do you think people are seriously... Because I thought that was gone out of the country now, where we were stopped tailing on each other, whatever the hell they call it.
No, they wanted to encourage it up there.
Isn't that unbelievable? But Donegal is rampant with COVID, boy. That's why, But I'm not on about that, though. I'm on about the war on young ones that has been coming in on the news all week. There's a war on young ones because a report came out this week that drugs are terrible. Who knew? Right? And that drink is too cheap. Right. And the reason that's happening is because young ones are drinking out in the streets now again, having the crack, right?
That was me.
What?
Yeah.
You're a young one drinking out in the street as well?
I spent the whole Bay Bank holiday weekend drinking out in grass and sitting on park benches and all sorts of things.
Yeah, I did as well.
It was marvellous.
Are we the young ones then?
I had my first ever Mexican on Friday night.
What was she like?
It was lovely. I had enchiladas.
Right. Oh, enchiladas. Right.
And it was marvellous. And I got takeaway pints from Walkers. Yeah. And we sat abroad on a bench. Yeah. On what one would call a wino bench. I've been told it's called. Yeah. And we sat there and we looked at the river. You know what the rules are, apparently? The loophole that they found was that you can serve takeaway pints, but they can't be drank within 100 yards of your premises. Yeah, right? But what they did was Walkers actually went out and they drew a line in every direction. A radius. Yeah. So you knew where you needed to be. Yeah. And but there's two laws there that are kind of coming together because you're not allowed to drink within 100 yards of Walkers. That's their are saved. 100 meters. 100 meters. But you're not allowed to drink in public. What? You're not allowed to drink pints in public, like. I thought you were if it was in a plastic glass. No, we have open can feckin' policies in Ireland. So you're not allowed to drink outside. Where did you come up with that? That's not true. All of this, you keep telling me all the stuff I'm telling you isn't true. That's you can't drink in public, like. Can't you not? I don't think that's true. I don't think you can drink in a public space. I don't think you can have exposed alcohol, but you can have a little brown paper bag. Yeah, but you're saying a plastic cup as well, though. What? There's a lovely creamy pint of Guinness inside in the plastic cup. I don't think that's feckin' allowed. Yet again, let us know, even though you probably won't. You see, I'm so bad for just going, no, well, I know this thing, so I'm just going to tell you what it is. Yeah, no, I think you're wrong there. Anyway,
there's a war going on the young ones. I think they have to fight back because it's fucking affecting everyone. They think it's a war on young ones.
What
but
are
it's
you
not.
talking about, though?
Did you hear the report that came out about the drugs that the mental health issues that come on with cannabis?
No.
And then people are fighting back saying,
Wait, I have you now.
yeah.
A bunch of lads that work for the big pharma companies came out and said cannabis is bad.
Cannabis is bad. Drugs are bad.
Yeah.
And which obviously has been a rhetoric that's been out for years and years and years.
Yeah, because obviously it takes away the money from their pills.
Yeah, but then people like the blind buyer saying, what are you talking about? Oh, we need to legalize the cannabis. And then on top of that, they were saying that the drink is too cheap as well. I was kind of going, feck's sake, they're trying to wallop all the crack out of the country. There'd be nothing left in the feckin' place.
Well, it's not too cheap. It's $2.50 a can. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the thing. But they're saying, no, it should be $3-4.50 a can.
All right.
And then, I mean, this is the thing. You know more about the government than Kendy does, Ray. So what is that? Is that a tax initiative, or is that actually them saying, no, in fairness, now you're drinking too much? Because do you think that people will actually stop drinking if the drink is too much?
There is that thought that the health professionals are kind of going, we're seeing the downsides to people drinking and excessive alcohol consumption the whole time. And they're thinking, how do we stop people drinking? And the only thing they can do is make it too expensive.
Yeah, so that's that side of it.
It's the same what they did with Mercedes-Benz cars.
They're too fast.
They didn't want people driving Mercedes-Benz cars, so they made them too expensive.
Yeah,
now
because they're
none
too
of us have them.
fast. Yeah, but what you could
Except
do...
for Declan Walsh. Fair play to Declan.
But what you could do is treat it like Germany, Ray, and say, look, let you all mind yourselves. We're going to make the autobahns fucking no speed limit, so drive the Mercedes as fast as you want. So they could do the same thing with drink over here.
The Germans always do things differently.
So you're saying the Irish are just different than the Germans and forget about it.
We have a problem. The Germans don't.
What's the problem that the Germans...
We're
the Germans
We're
don't?
alcoholics.
No, that's not right, though. You can't just be calling us all alcoholics, man.
We're not all alcoholics, but a significant portion of the population tend to drink more than they should on any given week.
Okay, but where is that problem coming in? Like, why is that a problem then for the government then?
Because
and why do you think that's not just them going trying to create a load of tax?
No, well, tax is important too because that pays for the roadworks that you don't like. But
that go on for 5 years.
Well, you have to keep it going.
Jesus Christ, like.
Yeah, the state is looking out for you.
All
you can't look out for yourself.
Okay.
You're too busy having crack. So the state is going, now we're actually have to look in at a report there now, and this is bad for you.
For the betterment of the individual.
For the betterment of society.
Yes, okay, I know what you're saying. I don't think it's true, but I know exactly what you're saying.
The state are kind of going, it'd be better if we weren't drinking as much.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
So let's make it expensive on you.
Yeah, let's make it probably too expensive on you.
Yeah, and if you do insist on drinking too much, at least we can do some roadworks out of it.
And at least you won't have a pound left in your pockets.
Exactly.
Okay, anyway, thanks, Ray, for covering all that for me there.
Thanks very much on behalf of the Department of Government. Thank you.
You can't say on behalf of the Department of Government.
The Department of Government is not a real thing.
No, it is.
What?
Shh, don't be telling anyone, man. We've been saying it for 2 years.
Yeah.
We've been saying it for 2 years. Okay, the other thing, Ray, I want to get into before you get into all your big sexiness is that I felt bad for not journaling for the last 2 weeks. Again, I say it every time.
Yeah.
Personal shit, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. Okay. Why is poetry such a lost art? When you think of a poet, you think of the old Yeats or Heaney or Kipling. Nowadays, when I think of a poet, I think of some flute with too much time on his hands writing wallop and applying for funding to the Arts Council. I need 10,000 euro for a sensory room in my house so I can really get in touch with my Marishkas.
Wait, no, you can't talk about that.
What?
What?
That's what I'm saying. What are you on about? I can't talk about that. It's my journal. How can you tell me I can't talk
but
about
you're
something?
after taking an awful turn there.
What?
Why are you talking about sensory rooms?
Because he needs a sensory room to write his poetry. That's the image I have in my head.
Do you know what a sensory room is?
Yeah, it's where you get in touch with all your senses.
No. Sensory room is normally for people who suffer from autism.
I know they could be used for that too, Ray, but you brought that up now. It was a part of a joke. It's my journal.
Fine, it's just touching on some touchy stuff.
It's my journal. You would do this every time you attack me on my journal writings.
Sorry.
Jeez, man.
Sorry, plow on.
You can't be an individual in this podcast.
No, there's no I in team.
Can I go on with it, please?
Yeah, go on, sorry. Sorry, touched the nerve there.
My favourite type of poem is a limerick.
Okay.
It's a simple, short, and most people get the gist of what you're saying. Not like some flittery old poem where you haven't a clue whether the writer is talking about love or buying a rope. There was an old man with a beard who said it is just as I feared. 2 owls and a hen, 4 larks and a wren have all built their nest in my beard. Edward Lear wrote that. Simple. The gentleman had a tremendous beard, and the only downside was that some birds and some poultry wanted to live in it. What more do you want from a poem? I'd love to get into limerick myself, and maybe in the meantime gain some pound from the Arts Council. So feck it. Here goes.
Oh, lovely. A poem. Are you serious?
A limerick.
Oh, right.
Just
See,
work in
instant
progress.
disappointment there now. See, you can see why poetry is so much better than limericks.
Fuck off, man. Right?
You know, oh, a poem.
No.
No, a limerick. Oh, okay. Go on.
Please, Ray.
Right.
Work in progress, right?
Okay. Is that what it's called?
For now it is, anyway. There's a girl who works down by the dock. To make money, she sees men round the clock. They leave with a grin, and although it's a sin, for an extra 50 she'll suck on your... And I haven't finished it yet fully.
Dad, you did not write that.
So I'm trying to just come up with another
What
word.
was that last line again?
For an extra 50 she'll suck on your... And I can't think of a word,
You
but I'll
can't think of a
find
word.
one somewhere along the way. But it's just a work in progress. That's what I said.
That's very good. Did you write that yourself, or did you rob it off someone?
No, I wrote that myself. I told you I'm trying to get into limerick writing, man.
That's very good.
Huh?
Yeah.
I like it's not finished, but if anyone out there can think of a word that rhymes with dock and clock, look.
And that she might what?
Well, it says that she sucks on it. I might have to change that. I don't know. But anyway,
Right.
look, if you can come up with a word there, let me know.
Go on. Is that the end of the journal?
That's my journal for this week. Yeah,
That's very good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Thanks, Ray.
You're welcome.
Okay, go on, Ray. I'll let you speak for a couple minutes there. I got, as part of the complaints came in, I obviously got too excited as well this week, so we better pull it down again, I suppose.
But I think it was my stuff as well that kind of caused the problem. you know?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Not just me.
No, not just you. Absolutely not just you. No.
It's not me, it's you.
No, it's not me, it's you. Right. We'll start off with a bit of a shout out.
Yeah.
Isn't there a new coffee shop?
Listen. I mean, what's the one thing Sligo's missing, Ray?
That's what I said.
Another fucking coffee shop.
But it's marvellous.
And here's the thing. We have to give these business shout outs their kudos in the next week or two.
That's right, because we have to stop after that,
Because
don't
we will probably have to stop shouting out local businesses very soon. Be multi-thousand ordeal, and we can't say much more than that yet.
Yeah.
So this might be the last shout out we give to
Yeah.
some other business.
we? Nipples Coffee Shop.
Nipples, man. What do you talk about? There's an R on the
I
start
said
of it.
Ripples Coffee Shop.
Ripples Coffee. I thought you said nipples.
No.
What's wrong with me, man?
I don't know.
What? Am I that deprived?
Ripples Coffee Shop,
Ripples Coffee Shop.
which is down by the...
Down by Dorley Park there. It's in the Riverside Hotel.
that's right, yeah.
And it is run by the wonderful Mark and Connie Ballantyne.
Fair play to them.
And they opened it up there for people who are going out on their lovely evening walks.
Might I recommend the chicken and chorizo sandwich?
Oh, you told me yesterday it's supposed to be unbelievable.
It's beautiful.
Can I recommend the iced mocha?
You big notions bastard.
Which I have been known to drink inside in Laura's gallery as well, which is also just as gorgeous, because I know Laura's been listening again. I was chatting to her today and she was talking about us, and we're talking about another cafe she's going to lose the hit.
Right.
Hers is tremendous also, Ray.
Very good.
Jays, you can't bait this town, man, for that kind of stuff. But fair play to Ripples. If you're going out for a walk around Dorley Park, around Sligo, make sure you call into them and get sorted with some tremendous food and tremendous drinks.
Lovely. Moving swiftly on to the next item on today's podcast, we have been getting messages from a variety of individuals
Yeah.
to work with a company called, are
Yeah.
you ready? Smooth My Balls.
Smoothmyballs.com.
Yeah, shopping
Yeah.
in retail.
So I looked it up to see if it was a real thing.
They are
And
a real thing.
It is a real thing. But
Yeah.
they are 100% bot accounts that are sending them to us. The message reads, lads, just in case you're wondering, it says like, we're looking for podcasters to sell our thing called Smooth My Balls. Now, what is Smooth My Balls?
I'll tell you.
It is a feckin' razor to shave the back sack and crack on you.
No, there have a couple of different items.
Right, okay.
The pube muncher. Right?
Yeah.
Which is a thing you actually put at the bottom of the sink so you'll never clog it again with the,
With the pubes.
pube. And it's actually, it's designed like a little cookie monster.
Okay.
Right? So that's
This looks savage.
the next one then is the hedge clippers. Never feel ungroomed again. Right?
Yeah.
And then another one then is the turf chopper.
Oh, Jesus. Well, you can't do that anymore.
And
Board
the-
and owner closed up, man.
And they say never nip your sack again.
Never nip the sack in yourself
Yeah,
again. So
never.
this is razors and stuff for boys, grooming. You know what I mean? And they're sending us these messages on our Instagram page saying, will you promote? But it's not them. It's some other shitey accounts that are saying to do it.
Do you want to hear a review of one of these turf cutters?
Let's fucking hear it, man. Come
One
on.
word, amazing. My missus loved how clean and tidy I was after using your product. Left my balls as smooth as eggs. Yeah. Yeah.
As smooth as eggs. Oh,
Yeah. My balls have never been so fresh. Just had to have a morning dump and thought, why not do something productive while I'm waking up? Out came my SMB, my Smooth My Balls trimmer, whipped it out like a Wild West cowboy, he said.
Wait. Your man's having a shite and he's shaving his balls at the same time.
Oh, another one.
The dirty pig of shite looked like a teddy bear man by the time he's finished.
A fact. They've given a fact. Ball bacteria grows differently to your face bacteria. Oh.
What the fuck is going on in this thing? So will we go with it, Ray?
Well, I think we have.
Yeah, we just did it.
I think we've done quite a nice little bit there for Smooth My Balls.
I didn't even realise that, Ray. Come here, and that reminds me as well. Again, as Kendy says, every time your head is going 90, I'm getting loads, Ray, of the messages again from the bureaus around the place.
Okay.
Every day, man, I'm getting them nearly, right? So do you want me to read some of them out to you as well?
Sure.
Let's just get to reading out the messages section out of the way, okay? This one is from Marion Tina.
Okay.
On the Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. Marion Tina got on to me. She obviously spotted me picture and said, fine young fella.
Mm-hmm.
Marion Tina says, excuse me, friend. Have created a new 2021 Snapchat group, especially for adults. There are many single girls without spending money. When you are inside, you can watch the latest videos and you can meet any girl you like. Join for free.
Right.
Marion, fair play to you, because like it's not every day that a fine young one comes up to you and says, oh, do you want to come and join our Facebook group where you can meet loads of single women in?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to try that one.
Okay.
Next one is a woman called Facebook User. I am a single woman. I am coming to a man who is coming with me on a date.
How
right?
is coming spelled?
It's spelled properly.
Oh, good.
Okay, not like the dirty way.
Right.
Okay, I am coming to a man.
Right.
Don't know what that means. Who is coming with me on a date? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Subtle enough so far. Right. Watch my sex video here.
Lovely.
So I'm going to click that link probably later on. Have a look at the wee sex video.
If you sent your first message to someone and actually had that at the end, do you know? Hi, Kendy here from the Kendy and Raybo podcast. Just wondering if you'd be interested in sponsoring the show. We're trying to drum up a bit of sponsorship at the minute. Also, watch my sex video here.
You know the way people sign off on emails like with automated pastes?
Oh,
you know
imagine if I did it in the Department of Government. Yeah. To may concern. Yeah. The allocation for such and such for the fiscal year 2021 is X amount, 47 million. Regards, Ray. P.S. Watch my sex video here.
Okay, one more and then we'll go off the Facebook message and stuff, okay? This one is a little bit more subtle. You really got to read between the lines on this one. It's from a person called Facebook User. I am horny and I need you. Do you want to fuck me? Private room, click here.
Lovely.
Don't know what that means.
It's much more straight to the point.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to click all those links later on and let you know how I go. If I have no money in my accounts,
would you set up an old fake account just so you could see what all these are about and come back to us next week and let us know?
Well, like, I don't know.
How would Nicola feel about that?
Imagine if every one of them were real.
But that's what I'm thinking, like.
Imagine if they're all like, no, this is real. We're actually just being, whatever, like.
Yeah, being very straightforward.
And the best thing about those messages is like when sometimes, well, what used to be the case is you'd look into the profiles of the people and it'd be like this unbelievable tanned woman called Iriana, but she's from Sligo, born and raised, like, even though her picture has like fucking palm trees in the background and a beach and everything.
You should try it out.
Maybe.
We have to say a big shout out to Gorilla Radio.
Oh yeah. They succumbed They succumbed to peer pressure last week.
Public pressure.
Yeah, public pressure.
How many messages did they get? 2?
Oh, they must have been inundated with maybe 2 or 3.
3.
Yeah.
Me, my sister.
Yeah. I'm not great at estimating messages. They must have got 5,000 messages. Yeah. And they played Whitney Houston.
They played the song
on the live stream.
Nothing on the live stream on Sunday night above in Bar Square.
Well, they did a verse and the chorus of it now. That's
enough.
Let's not give them too much credit now.
It was enough. It was marvellous.
You had great crack listening to it, man.
I had, but you knew all about it. I didn't know they were going to do it.
Yeah, I knew they were going to do it beforehand. The best thing is, the great thing about talking to Gorilla Radio and working with them, if anyone doesn't know them, they're a band from Ballina, my brother's in it, is that they know Ray longer than I know Ray, right? And I just heard the best phrase ever from Noel Kenny in Gorilla Radio. He said Ray was on to us to do a song, whatever. I was like, yeah, he's pretty adamant, like, you're going to do it, like.
Yeah, well, I believed.
Yeah, and he said, well, you know what happens when Jaxie gets an idea in his head, then it has to happen regardless.
Yeah.
And that was the most Ray statement I've ever heard.
It just has to happen.
You're like, this is how into that Ray got last week, okay? For anyone who doesn't know this out there, if you want to put music on your podcast, you can't. right? Unless you pay him raw or whatever the feck you have to do for
No,
broadcast.
For
license.
YouTube, they take it down if you've taken someone else's song and put it on your podcast,
Yeah.
they take it down.
And we take some risks sometimes by putting little segments of songs in it. But what we do is we change the key of that song so that the YouTube algorithm doesn't pick it up.
That's right.
That's what we do all the time.
Yeah.
So Ray said, you put that Whitney Houston song in, Jaxie, last week. We're going to have to change the key of it, right?
Yeah.
I got a phone call last Wednesday night as the
About
podcast was
12.
coming, about 1:30, man.
1:30, okay, fine.
Right? With him telling me, Ray telling me that I had ruined the song by changing the key of it.
You put it up too high, it didn't sound like Whitney anymore.
But it wasn't. We have to do that. So I had to get up out of the bed, man. As I said to Ray, no more than like some kind of sergeant or an inspector or a detective in a film.
Or the on-call doctor in Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, when you get a call in the night saying you're on now, I had to get out of the cot, man, and change the key of the song again for you.
Yeah.
That's how into it. But that's what I'm saying. When Ray gets the idea in his head, you have to do it.
I couldn't ruin it with the putting it too high.
The annoying thing is that putting it too high would not have wrecked anyone's head, but it wrecked your head enough that you were going, I can't be dealing with that now because I love that song too much. That's what you said.
Yeah.
And we had to do it like.
I was very worried that they were going to be giving out about me.
Who?
Down in Ballina on the Sunday night.
Oh, no, don't be worried. They were.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%. Well, fair play to anyone who did put the pressure on them out there.
Thanks very
You're
much.
tremendous people.
You made a small boy very happy. Me.
Brilliant.
Right, okay. The next item on my list, right, we're getting there now, Jaxie, don't worry, we'll get out of this now very quickly. Have you heard of Darkness into Light?
Yeah, it's happening this weekend again,
It's
isn't
happening
it?
this weekend.
That's right.
And it's for a very good cause.
Yeah.
Why did I say cause?
Because Focus Ireland, isn't it? No?
A Pieta House.
Pieta House, sorry.
Yeah,
I always mix that up. Yeah.
Have you ever supported it or have you ever done anything with it?
I have supported it, many a time by getting vexed and having to wait in a town at 4:30 in the morning while they went and done it.
Right.
Every year, I'd be gigging, right?
Yeah.
Down the country, and I'd pull into Boyle or Carrick on Shannon or somewhere just as they're starting.
Okay.
And I have to wait, right? And it's kind of like a funeral in a way because you can't get vexed at the traffic in that thing. So when I pull up and I'm like, oh, but fucking Darkness into Light. Well done. Great stuff. Great cause. Well done. Yeah. It's awful annoying, man. But it's happening this weekend again. Go and support it.
And you're doing it.
No, but I'm not. What?
You're doing it.
You dirty, ignorant, good for nothing.
You're doing it.
What?
You're doing it.
Why?
Yourself and Nicola.
Why?
Why? Because you would not do it, would you?
That's what I'm saying, man. Just
But
the
you're
same thing that happens when you have to stop the car.
But you're not gigging this time.
You fuck, man.
So
I'm
I'd
delighted to do
hate
it.
now if you were to come out in this podcast and know I'm not doing it. Because it's for such a good cause and everything, and you're a public figure now. So I think the only thing you could do is do it.
How many times have you done this to me?
Several.
Where you've called me and I can't say anything about it. Like,
Yeah, it's marvellous. How do you can do Darkness and Light? You ask them on the podcast so everybody can hear.
How far do you have to walk?
Right, well, here's the itinerary, right? We're going to, it's not just a walk.
Wait, no, you do it too.
Yeah.
Oh, thank the Lord above.
There's a good gang of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Savage.
Yeah, it's about 10 of us altogether.
Lovely.
So
Okay.
it'll be, even Sean Riley's doing it.
Yeah, but he'll run it, man. He'll run it 10 times.
But I hadn't asked him.
I hate when he big times you out there like that, man.
I hadn't asked him because I didn't think he'd bother doing it.
Right, okay.
But then he was very left out today then.
So he has to do it now.
So he wanted to do it.
Yeah, cool.
So we're starting off at the old car park for Knocknarray.
Okay.
And we're going to walk up the mountain.
Oh.
And you're going to get to witness the beautifulest sunrise on the top of Knocknarray.
But is that where everyone does this?
No, you can do whatever you want, but we're going to do it there.
So we're not doing it with everybody else, like?
No, you see, this year, because of COVID, everybody's doing it in their own little spot.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So the good thing about, if you were gigging this year, you wouldn't have that problem in Carrick and Shannon.
Yeah.
So we're going to meet at the car park at 5 o'clock. So if you're up for about 4:15 Saturday morning, you will be on time at 5, and you wouldn't want to be late because you don't want to miss the sunrise.
Ray,
Yeah.
have you any idea?
Now, there's a bit of bad news.
Oh, yeah, sorry, is there bad news as well, is there? I
The
can't wait to hear this, like.
walk is on a Saturday morning, and at the moment, the weather looks bad. It's 100% chance of rain. So it's probably going to be peeing rain, and it's probably going to be cloudy, and you're going to see no sun at all. But it's for Pieta House, and it's for a good cause, and to care would you say no?
You're doing what people used to do to me, still do.
Yeah.
Where they ring you to do a charity gig.
Yeah.
And they tell you you're doing it. I get a phone call saying, Mark, we're raising money there. We're doing a gig down the local pub or whatever. Now, you'll do it now, won't you? And you can't say fucking no.
Anyway, that was that. So fair play. If you're looking for us, it's this Saturday morning, 8th of May, I think it's the 8th of May, we will be on, it will be 5 o'clock a.m. Kendy and Raybo podcast do Darkness into Light from the old car park, the old side, the not the fancy side of Knocknaray.
Like, I've seen people doing it around different towns, and they walk down the road and come back in. They go, fair play to us. Yeah, why are we climbing Everest, man? I'll have to bring oxygen with me.
But you have a yellow t-shirt.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's... Oh, sorry, you can't do it without a yellow t-shirt
Well,
then
you
either.
have to sign up, and it's like, I think it's 55 quid for two. So there's a fair pound in it as well.
Yeah,
but for a good cause.
Stop saying that! 11 fivers, man.
But think of the cause.
Oh, you're such a ignorant.
But they'll send you out a t-shirt.
Oh, Jesus.
But I doubt it'll be here in time now because I left it a bit.
Savage. Any more good news, though?
We'll bring tea.
That's the only upside.
yeah.
Good hell, Ray.
That's good crack. Have you ever, or has Nicola ever found anything in your car that isn't hers but belongs to another lady?
Oh no, she thinks she's done that a few times. Like, she's like, "Excuse me, whose is this thing?"
Yeah,
that's yours, Nicola. You were here 4 days ago. Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I've had 2 incidents of that in the last few months,
right.
And a more recent incident has made me think of the past incident.
Okay.
Basically, there was a day where Laura sat into the car.
Yeah.
And there was a pair of sunglasses.
That's the
on
one.
The dashboard.
That happened to me as well.
Yeah.
Whose sunglasses are they? They're fucking yours.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, I actually didn't really know because I knew they weren't Laura's, but I wasn't sure why they were there.
Okay.
So I was caught in the hop.
Yeah.
And I was going, I actually don't know whose sunglasses they are.
Yeah. You know when you're not guilty and you're really going, look, I must be guilty. So
yeah.
You know.
So I was kind of going, they're definitely not. They're not mine, and I don't know how they got there.
Yeah.
Now they turned out to be her mother's.
Oh, her mother's.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in I had given the mother a lift somewhere. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
That could have been a lot worse, man.
Yeah, we went up to get pizza.
Yeah, look, the turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And she left her sunglasses in the car.
Okay, Laura, you have no reason to be angry then. Ray just brought your mother for on a date.
But mind you, Laura rang her and said, "These are your sunglasses." And she said, "Yes, they are."
This is very awkward, Ray, now. What's going on here?
But they were only the last day. Laura took a notion because there was a lot of sand in the car. You know, me and sand. And she said she was going to hoover the car.
Yeah.
And she found an earring.
Oh, you're screwed. Don't tell me that was the mother's as well.
No, that wasn't the mother's as well.
She found a pair of knickers.
No.
Ma'am, you left your knickers inside.
No, it was, I didn't know. I'd never seen this earring before in my life.
What?
Yeah.
So you don't know whose it is then?
So Laura just picked it up and said, "Babe, whose is this earring?" And I looked at it and I just went,
and you haven't had the car that long?
No.
Yeah.
No, so all we can estimate is that it is somebody else's.
Yeah, it's someone, and maybe, a night walker or something.
Yeah, so I'm just glad that she didn't, that she believed me. You know, I said I didn't know who it was.
Oh, I wouldn't have.
There was a 30-second now stare.
Yeah.
I got stared at for 30 seconds and I had to hold the face and go, I don't know what you're talking about.
Ray, I still wouldn't believe you.
What?
You're telling me the story and you haven't even given me an explanation.
But sure, I don't have an explanation. I don't know where it came from.
You don't have an explanation. There we go.
Why are you getting on my case?
I'm just saying, if I was Laura, I'd be like, whose fucking earring is this, man?
Why would you say such a thing?
She'd find a handbag and knickers left. It's your lipstick underneath the car.
Okay, you're going to stop.
I'm telling you, I'm only saying what you're telling me.
Because this was fine until you started talking.
All right, you know how it feels, man. Tell me to darkness into light, man.
Oh, is that
I'm
how
gonna
it's
bring
going
you
to go?
in. I'm gonna bring you into the darkness, now, man. It'd be fair dark, and you go home, and Laura's going, Kendy's right. Kendy's 100% right, man.
Whose earring was that?
Whose earring was this? I burned this house down. That's exactly what she sounds like. That was a good impression.
That was very good, yeah.
That was a
Very
really good
very
impression.
Much like that, yeah.
Anyway.
This has been good crack so far. I have a last item.
Okay, go on.
Right.
Hit me.
One quick shout out.
Oh.
You know Sligo's premium mic stand provider?
Oh, yeah. His name is Vinny Higgins.
His name is Vinny Higgins.
Yeah.
He has a son.
He does.
Jamie Higgins.
He does.
Jamie Higgins is a big fan of the show.
Yes, he is.
And he's like a little mini Vinny. Right? And he won't like being told that, but he does look like a mini Vinny.
Yeah, he's a head off him.
Head off the father.
Yep.
And he just wanted to shout out. I was talking to his father, premium mic stand provider, Vinny Higgins.
Yeah.
And Vinny says, the son would really like a shout out because I keep getting mentioned and I don't ask for it.
Well, Jamie, fair play to you, boy. Yeah. And it's worth noting that Ray said that Vinny is a premium mic stand provider in Sligo.
Yeah.
Now, I mean,
but he will do them nationwide if you pay enough.
Yeah, but I don't think he's in the top nationwide of mic stand providers. There's some big boys out there, man, who provide mic stands. Vinny's really good on the local level. Fair play to him.
Oh, as well, you've actually reminded me.
Go on.
Based on Gorilla Radio's marvellous rendition of Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing, I would like to now say, on behalf of the podcast, that Brian McDermott, from the Brian McDermott Band, featuring Brian McDermott, is no longer the number one premier wedding band provider in the country.
Wow. He has been dethroned.
He has been dethroned. He is now the number 2.
Next to
Gorilla Radio is now number 1.
And where
in my books.
Wait.
Hot Fuss is 3 now.
Ah, for feck's sake. Shit, man. We have to go way down the list.
Yeah, you're 3 now. Well, I mean, Gorilla Radio did a great thing.
For you.
That's all that matters.
I didn't know you had a monopoly, Ray, on who gets to be the best wedding band, top
here
number
in this
one.
podcast, we set the number 1.
We actually do set the number 1, though, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Gorilla Radio are now the number 1 top premier wedding band.
Lads, enjoy it while it lasts, boys. Fair play to you.
Yeah, how the mighty have fallen.
Well, you know. But
when do you think?
Everyone loves a comeback story, Ray.
They do.
Yeah.
In fairness, when weddings actually start back. Now, my last item.
Go on.
This isn't going to come across well.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Go on.
It's a story.
Jesus, you've been hitting me hard in this one. Go on.
It's a story.
Yeah.
A story that I was not involved in.
Okay.
Do you ever find that you get talking to people you don't want to be talking to?
Always. Joke, laugh, walk, bitch.
Great plan, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Okay.
I have to set the scene now because I can't use any of the names that are involved in this story.
Okay.
Right? We'll say there's 2 gentlemen.
Yeah.
Friends of ours.
Barry and Larry.
Larry and Barry.
Okay, sorry, you're right. Larry and Barry. Not Barry.
Larry and Barry, anyway, were at a place.
Yeah, they were.
And this place does things.
It does.
And there are 2 people at this place, right? Okay, one of the people is a partner of Larry.
Yeah,
we'll say, right?
Larry's partner.
Larry's partner.
Yeah.
It does be there.
Yeah.
And the other individual at this place is a person that's interested in things. So far, right?
I've never been so lost in my whole life.
So we'll call the other person for the purpose of this pod Joe, right?
Okay.
So Joe, and we'll call Larry's partner Imelda. Right? Okay. I wish you could tell this story the way it was actually told to me, but I can't to protect people's identities.
Go on.
So we have 4 people involved in this story.
So we
right?
have Imelda and Larry who are in love.
No. Imelda and Larry are very much in love.
And then Barry is another guy. And
Barry's
then Joe,
a friend of Larry's.
Yeah, and then Joe then likes things.
Joe is at the place with Imelda. Now, both Imelda and Joe work at the things, but Joe really likes these things. Right?
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
Right. Oh, there'll be complaints about this week's episode.
Oh,
so Joe anyway catches Larry's attention.
Okay.
And brings him over and says, "Come here and I'll show you all these lovely things." Right? And this is where I get into this whole thing where you get stuck in a conversation with someone, right? So Larry's standing there going, "I don't want to be talking to Joe at all about these things. I want to get out of here so fast."
Okay.
So Larry takes a punt at this and he shouts to Barry, "Barry, come here, you like things too. Come over here and look at these things."
Oh, yeah.
Right? So Barry,
I've done that too.
now, have you been the person that comes over or the person that calls?
Oh, I have been called upon so much. Come here. Yeah, Mark is the one. Kendy's the one here who was actually mad into that. Come here,
Yeah.
Kendy. And then you're caught.
But this is what happened. Larry brings him over anyway, right? So Barry lands in going, "Oh, they are nice things actually." And Larry immediately says, "I have to go lads to the toilet. I'll be back in a minute."
Yeah.
Larry departs the conversation. Barry finds himself, inadvertently stuck in this conversation.
With Joe.
Yeah. And Joe is flat out wrecking his head.
And Joe loves things.
Joe loves things and he keeps telling Barry about how much he loves things.
He tells him all about things.
Yeah, but Barry is cracking up going, "I can't believe Larry just did that to me."
And Barry's going, "I'm into things, but this
not
is too
like
much."
This is too much, these things.
Yeah.
Well, what Barry didn't realise was Larry knew that both Barry and Larry were going to be stuck in this situation with Joe. So Larry actually went into where the things are situated and asked his partner Imelda to call Joe in to talk about the things into the place where the things are. Right? So while Barry was talking to Joe,
Yeah.
Imelda comes out and goes, "Joe, will you come in here? I need a hand lifting something."
Yeah.
Which then emancipated Larry and Barry. Because Joe, that's exactly.
But now it's on Imelda, though.
But Imelda's there all day, so I mean, she has to put up with Joe.
Okay. Imelda's just in it, like.
She's in it.
Okay.
Like she chose to be there with Joe.
Yeah.
But Larry and Barry didn't choose to be there. They were only now visiting Imelda.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
It's just an example of sometimes when you get caught in conversations and all the crack that happens when you get out of the conversation.
Ray, that was an example of nothing. That was an example of nothing. You told me nothing there. Please. Please leave that in. Please leave that in.
Oh.
Please leave that in. That is, you told me for 5 minutes, nothing, lad, nothing.
But it's to protect Joe.
That's the craziest shit, man.
Yeah, no, but I mean, if I could tell the story properly...
No,
you see,
you
the problem
told
is,
us.
If I tell it properly, Joe's going to know we were talking about the situation.
Doesn't matter, Ray. You told that
and
story
I want
perfect.
to protect Joe.
No.
And he likes things.
It's perfect.
And he likes talking about the things.
I get you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But Larry and Barry don't want to be talking
I know
about
all about Larry and Barry. You told me, don't worry about it, man. The perfect story.
I'm very sorry. Look, in fairness, lads, what do you expect after months and months of COVID?
Stop, man. That story was... everyone got that. Everyone gets this. Right. Well, that's a great way to end episode 112. 112. Don't forget, patreon.com/the Kendy Raybo
For more
podcast.
stories about...
Things.
Like a walk in the park.
Oh, Lord.
Things. Like a talk in the dark.
Ray, fair play to me.
Oh, and fair play to me too.
Good luck.